The pediatrician laughed when I mentioned my daughter's symptoms and said, "First-time parents always overreact." I'd brought my 8-month-old Emma in because she'd been refusing to eat, crying when touched, and had a strange rash spreading across her back. "Dr. Brennan, she's been like this for 4 days. Something's wrong," I insisted, holding Emma as she whimpered. "Babies get fussy. They get rashes. That's what babies do," he said, barely glancing at her. "You're just anxious because it's your first child. But look at this rash," I said, pulling up her shirt to show the angry red marks spreading across her torso. He glanced over for half a second. "Probably eczema. Use some moisturizer. It's hot to the touch," I said. "And she screams when I try to feed her." "Teething," he announced, already typing notes into his computer. Classic teething behavior. I pulled out my phone, showing him the feeding log I'd been keeping. "She's only had 6 ounces of formula in 2 days. That's not normal." "You're overthinking it," he chuckled. "I've been doing this for 30 years. I know a teething baby when I see one." "Could you at least examine her throat?" I pleaded. "She might have an infection." He rolled his eyes but grabbed his otoscope, spending literally 2 seconds looking in each ear. "See? Fine. Ears are clear. What about her throat?" "Mrs. Chen, I have actual sick children to see today," he said curtly. "Your baby is fine. Go home, give her some infant Tylenol, and stop Googling symptoms." "I haven't Googled anything. I'm telling you what I'm observing. This is why I don't like millennial parents," he muttered to his nurse, loud enough for me to hear. "They think they know better than doctors because they read some mommy blog." The nurse wouldn't make eye contact with me as she handed me discharge papers. That night, Emma's fever spiked to 103. Her rash had spread to her arms and legs. She was completely limp in my arms. I rushed her to the emergency room. The ER pediatrician took one look at her and immediately called for blood work. "How long has she had this rash?" she asked urgently. 5 days now. Our pediatrician said it was eczema. She examined the rash closely, then checked Emma's mouth with a pen light. "This isn't eczema. See these spots in her mouth? And the pattern of this rash?" Within an hour, the diagnosis came back. Kawasaki disease. My baby needed immediate intravenous immunoglobulin treatment to prevent heart damage. If this had gone untreated another day or two, the ER doctor said quietly, she could have developed coronary artery aneurysms, permanent heart damage. I felt my knees buckle. Her pediatrician said I was overreacting. The doctor's jaw tightened. "Who's her pediatrician?" "Dr. Brennan at Riverside Pediatrics." She made a note. "Mrs. Chen, Kawasaki disease presents with very specific symptoms. Any pediatrician who actually examined your daughter should have at least considered it." Emma spent 4 days in the hospital. The cardiac team monitored her heart constantly. She needed 2 rounds of treatment. I didn't leave her side once. On day 3, Dr. Brennan actually had the audacity to call. "I heard Emma was admitted. These things can develop quickly. No one could have predicted." "You didn't examine her," I interrupted. "You spent less than 2 minutes with us and didn't even look in her mouth where the telltale spots were visible." "Mrs. Chen, Kawasaki disease is very rare." "It's rare, but her symptoms were textbook. The ER doctor diagnosed it in under 5 minutes." Silence. Then, "Well, I'm glad she's getting treatment." "She almost died," I said, my voice shaking. "Her heart could have been permanently damaged because you thought I was just another hysterical first-time mom." He hung up. 2 weeks later, at Emma's follow-up with the cardiac specialist, I learned something that made my blood boil. The specialist mentioned, "I'm surprised Brennan missed this. We sent out a bulletin about increased Kawasaki cases in the area just last month." I filed a complaint with the medical board that afternoon. In my complaint, I included the ER records, the specialist's notes, and the timeline showing how Dr. Brennan spent less than 3 minutes on an examination that could have saved my daughter's life. 3 months later, I received a letter. Dr. Brennan was required to complete 40 hours of continuing education on pediatric inflammatory conditions. That was it. But every parent in our mommy group knows our story now. His practice has lost half its patients. Emma's heart recovered fully, thank God. But I still wake up at night thinking about what would have happened if I'd listened to him. If I'd gone home and just given her Tylenol like the doctor ordered. The new pediatrician we found has a sign in her office. "Parents know their children best. We're a team." That's all I wanted. To be heard. To be part of the team trying to save my baby's life.